Ahoy, mateys! Welcome back to another Captain Patriot video. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today we are going through, we are sailing across the seas of stupidity yet again in search of intelligent life. Spoiler alert, we will not find any, because today we are talking about the allegations put forth by a furry who goes by the name of Lyric Wolf, that's with a U, against PirateSoftware, better known as Thor, who is a streamer and I don't know, they're a game programmer, streamer, worked at Blizzard, dad worked at Blizzard, was a shirt guy. We're going to talk about the thread released on X by Lyric, which is supposed to be, I don't know, a massive takedown of PirateSoftware and about how PirateSoftware exploited them and all this other stuff. We're going to get into this, but I want to preface this with, I don't know either of these people. I have judgments against people who dress up as furries. And then I also have, weird feelings towards Thor because he acts kind of egotistical, like he's hot shit. And I don't know if that's because he's like a game programmer or he's just socially awkward or what, but regardless, I'm gonna try and put my biases aside here for this one, and not really, because I am biased and it is what it is. So let's get started. Let's take a look at this thread and see what we can find. The very first post in this thread, okay, from Lyric is PirateSoftware.sucks. When I was 20 years old, Jason Thor Hall, aka PirateSoftware, aged 31 at the time, emotionally abused and manipulated me for sexual and financial gain. So this is our thesis, okay, everyone? I want you to remember this. So the main three things here, right, was emotional abuse, manipulation for sexual gain, and financial gain, okay? So we are looking for tenants that would support that claim, okay? So remember that. Remember that. This is important because you will not find any of that in what we're going to go through here, okay? So just remember that the initial claim was some pretty horrendous, awful, terrible stuff you should never do to anyone. We're not going to find anything to support that. Regardless, let's push through. Thor's actions had a severe impact on my life, causing me to give up being a university student and a creator. This is a secondary claim, is that the actions of Thor impacted this person's life so severely that they dropped out of school and stopped creating content. So that'll be interesting to get to. Thor's friend and business partner Shay, aka River Makes, Fishbones, age 22 at the time, while at first sympathetic to my situation, would ultimately be a willing accomplice to Thor silencing me. On my YouTube channel, I would upload piano transcriptions of music from video games, among them indie games such as Undertale, Celeste, and One Shot. February of 2018, I would transcribe and publish a track from Thor's game, Heartbound. We started talking about copyright. On August 26th, 2018, I would make a large donation of $800 to Thor while he was streaming the development of his game. From that moment onward, Thor suddenly expressed immense romantic interest in me. Okay, that's extremely random, and I don't feel like we're getting all the context from that one statement. All of a sudden, he's got the hots for you. All of a sudden, just out of nowhere. He suddenly expressed immense romantic interest with me. Okay, bizarre. Did you give him any cues or any hints that you might be interested back? On the next day, Thor would, unprovoked, initiate erotic roleplay with me. This ought to be good. We're getting there. We're getting there. I could feel it. I can feel it in my bones. He started to shower me with affection, praise, and attention, making me feel special and valued. Love bombing in parentheses. Usually love bombing comes with the word love involved, like saying, I love you, right? Like in that context, I love you. That's a love bomb. If you've only been talking to the person for a couple of days and they say, I love you. That's a big red flag. That's called love bombing. However, when I would express any reluctance to commit to him and solely him, he would shame me by calling me corrupt or clueless. All right, so here are the DMs posted by Lyric. He puts a little like annotation there for us to read about the text. I already hate that because I can think for myself. Thank you very much.
Okay.
But let's read it anyways. Early on, Thor would establish a pattern of emotional dependence seeming to mirror Lyric's desires and emphasize them. This person loves to refer to themselves with their own name because, I don't know, maybe they have a fetishization with themselves, which is kind of what I'm already picking up. I was wondering if you wanted to hop into another call tonight, and if not, then sometime else. Ooh woo. Yes, every day. Like I said, silly. My night stream starts in 20 minutes. If you're awake after it, we should call. Oh, right. But yes, my plan is to be on voice chat with you every day. You really make my life a ton better. Okay, so there's some positive affirmation, I guess. You make mine better too, with the little cat face. You're so good to me. All right, that's really not that weird. None of this is weird. Thor shames Lyric for role-playing, treating them like filth and accusing them of cheating on him. For further reading on shame as a tool of her abuse, see this article on shame. Oh my gosh, this is retarded. I super don't trust you after this little side quest. So what do you want? No, like, I don't trust you. You did something really fucking messed up here. You could have just come to me any fucking time and been like, yo, I'm turned on right now. It was when you were asleep. To be fair, our sleep schedules don't exactly align. So obviously this Lyric person went around to get some side ass. Okay, they went around to get some side furry ass. Okay, and Thor was not cool with that, which is perfectly fine. Everyone's allowed to have their expectations in a relationship. Anyways, Thor goes on and says, who gives a fuck if I was asleep? Sorry, I fucked someone else, but you were asleep at the time. So, right, like putting that in quotes, like this is basically what Lyric is saying. After conflating role-playing with real life sex, Thor accuses Lyric of cheating. I don't know, like if my partner, if my wife was reaching out to someone and role-playing sex, I would have a problem with that because to me, that is cheating. That is going beyond a respectable boundary and ignoring it. No, right now I'm super not. You broke my trust and showed me you could easily just cheat on me on a whim. Wait, so the annotation, hold on. So the annotation says conflating role-playing with real-life sex, and then Thor accuses Lyric of cheating, which he doesn't. Thor does not accuse Lyric of cheating here. He says, no, right now I'm super not. You broke my trust and showed me you could easily just cheat on me on a whim. You could. Right? Because they are not an actual couple right now. They are not exclusive. They haven't had that conversation of saying, hey, let's not see other people. Let's keep it confined to our relationship one-on-one, right? But he's saying you could just easily cheat on me on a whim, which shows the type of person Lyric is. That's perfectly fair. I think that's perfectly fair. Lyric then goes on in the X thread to say, when I told him repeatedly that I was not interested in a committed relationship, Thor insisted that I change my mind, not taking no for an answer. He tried to gaslight me into believing that I was already implicitly committed to him and that I should just say yes. Are you saying you're interested in a casual thing with me, but not a serious one? And then the little stupid annotations. Lyric has already expressed they do not know what Thor means by a casual relationship. It seems like an opportunity for them to change their answer from before. What do you mean you don't know what a casual relationship is? I'm attracted to you, but I'm not ready for commitment yet. It sounds like you want something casual. Like why even play this stupid game? So sexual stuff with me, but also with others then. I just like want to be friends or close friends, you know? So like friends with benefits, like casual hookup partners. So if it's a situation of me being one of the multiple friends with benefits kind of things, I just wouldn't be into it. I understand. Does that change any of your answers? Yes. I want to be friends or close friends. What? That didn't change anything for you. What are you talking? Yes, I want to be friends or close friends. How is that a change in your previous answer? Your previous answer was literally, I just like want to be friends or close friends, you know? And then, yes, that changed my answer. I want to be friends or close friends. What? What the hell? What the hell are you talking about? Okay, let's keep going. After he manipulated me into asking him to date me, he was able to convince me to act my part of a committed relationship without being official by blaming my hesitation in the first place. Okay, hold up. No one is manipulating you here. You were making decisions as an adult. Like you said at the beginning of the post, you were 20, you were 20 at the time of this shit. I wouldn't be able to give you the time you deserve. What does that even mean? I'm a double-time student and I am just a total mess right now in terms of responsibilities. I just don't know if I can handle more stress. I was infatuated with you when we first met. Was? And then the annotation. This single word tells us a lot about Thor's desires. He wants Lyric to have an unhealthy attachment to him. How is that him wanting you to have an unhealthy attachment to him? Asking is, hey, are you still? That's what that is. Like, as an adult, anyone who is an adult could easily understand that for what it is, which is, are you still attracted to me? Are you still infatuated with me? It's a genuine question. It's like, when we first met, question mark. Yes, I was obsessed. Really? especially when you said you wanted to voice call every day. That made me really happy. Voice chats mean a lot to me. What changed? Which is clearly what Thor was asking with the was question mark. Was past tense? Is it current? What changed? Now he wants to know what changed. Why did you stop? Why did you lose attraction? It's a fair question. From my side, it changed when you started, in your words, flirting around, right? And then the annotation here. Thor is now trying to constructively resolve the problem, offering info to help his investigation. The fuck are you talking about? You're just making shit up now. You're literally making shit up to be upset at. Like, this is insane. From Lyric's perspective, Lyric is trying any way to justify them not having any control or autonomy in this entire situation here. That's all this is. This entire Reddit, like not Reddit thread, this entire X thread is just an excuse for them to not take accountability. That's all it is. You said you have a better idea of what you want for your future. What is it you want? Again, a very adult, mature question to ask someone. I want to be stable and focus on one person. What? What? You were just saying how you wanted friends or close friends. Like you were saying you wanted something casual. Vague but positive at least, Thor responds. Ideally, the end goal is to live with my significant other. I guess that would be obvious though, wouldn't it? And then the little like... I love that face. Or rather, I guess that's one of many end goals, ... Well, I guess I wish you luck then. It's a good, solid, positive plan. Thor's like, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here, you weirdo. Lyric then goes on and says, after he manipulated me into asking him to date me. Wait, what the fuck? What kind of mind fuck is that? After he manipulated me into asking him to date me, he was able to convince me to act my part of a committed relationship without being official by blaming my hesitation in the first place. Dog, you flip-flopped. You don't even know what you want. You're like emotionally stunted. You have no idea what you actually want in life. You're saying now you want to live with a significant other and you want to focus on one person. How is that him? He's asking you questions. What is it you want?
What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want? God damn it. What do you want?
I have to go.
How is that manipulation to ask someone what it is they want?
But you need to access your uncrazy side. Otherwise, maybe this thing has run its course.
Don't you dare walk away from me, Daryl Philbin. You are the most selfish person I've ever met in my
Slow
entire...
down. Think it over.
Daryl Philbin is the most complicated man that I have ever met. I mean, who says exactly what they're thinking? What kind of game is that?
Throughout our conversations, he constantly pushed for us to meet at TwitchCon 2018. He would regularly bring up how nice it would be to see me there and how we would have a lot of fun there, even counting down the days till we meet. I'm going to have a lot of fun with you at TwitchCon with the little like evil winky cat face thing. And then whatever that response is, cuddling is also on my list if we have time for that, with a little heart with a bow around it. I call Big Spoon. Oh, okay. Oh, kill me. How unfortunate it would be if some innocent cuddles turned into something more. Did he manipulate you into saying that too? Did he manipulate your penis into his butthole? Did he gaslight your penis into his butthole? Thor responds, nah, super wanty. Damn. Lyric then goes, we met up at TwitchCon 2018 as planned on October 26th. On the first day, we roamed with Shay and some other streamers. By night, the group went to a bar, but I could not join since I was underage. Later that night, Thor excused himself from the bar to join me in my hotel room. On the second day, while we were roaming without Thor, Shay mentioned that Thor has a secret wife. After we went back to Thor's hotel room, I messaged him asking about a wife, which he denied and blamed me for misunderstanding. Thor refused to talk, so I messaged Shay. As far as I knew, we were fooling around and seeing if we're compatible. You've been pushing a lot for a commitment kind of thing, but I have a lot of work stuff going on and not a lot of time. So there's a little annotation again from Lyric that says, after facing confrontation from Lyric, Thor immediately denies any effort from himself in the relationship. This is in contrast to Thor's use of love bombing and his refusal to accept no from Lyric. Not once did I see a no from Lyric. I never saw a single no message from Lyric. If anything, I saw him actually, Thor asking questions to Lyric and Lyric responding with flip-flopping and conflicting answers, which is why I think Thor was like, what is it you actually want, right? Like, that's what I'm seeing so far, using my eyeballs. And a wife, apparently. Is there a ring on my finger? LOL. Darvo, deny, mocking, denial, gaslighting. Since I have no ring, you must be delusional, overreacting, or misunderstanding. Like, I don't know. This is very like high school-esque text message. Like, you don't know how to communicate as an adult and express your concerns or express what it is you heard and how to get to an answer that's actually like a good, like, you lack strong communication skills, okay? Invalidating Lyric's feelings, disengagement. Nah, he just doesn't give a fuck with your childish bullshit texting, okay? And a wife, apparently. Like, you're so immature, right? Like, I would have the exact same response. I'd be like, okay. Like, that would have been my response. Instead of neat, I would have been, okay. Because it's like, what? You're not giving me anything. You're not asking questions. You're not really, like, bringing anything up. You're just kind of, like, sitting there moping. I'm not going to sit there and coddle you. Like, you're not a baby, you're a grown adult. I don't want to jump to conclusions, so I just wanted to talk, I guess. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make it weird. It's a bit weird. And then he says, Darvo attack. What is this, like your spell card? Mirroring, trying to disengage, saying Lyric is in the wrong for bringing up the topic. But you didn't. You didn't bring up the topic in a way that was open for conversation. And a wife, apparently. Like, you're being hostile. You're not asking. It's insane that you're even trying to phrase this as if like Thor did something wrong here. I explained the situation to Shay. When asked if it was true, I sent screenshots of me guiding Thor to my room. Shay was sympathetic and would tell me that they and Thor were sexual partners and had agreed to be open at the con as long as they communicated it with each other. Shay was devastated that Thor broke their trust by sleeping with me and messaged Thor about his uncommunicated infidelity. Thor blamed me and denied any involvement with either myself or Shay. After I left the room, he blocked me. I'm sorry. Nah, dude, you're not. Sending logs to Shay? Darvo reverse. Whatever. I'm not reading all that nonsense. You can read it. You can pause the video if you want to read it. I'm not going to read that. What? I don't know what you want. Please leave me alone. You showed Shay logs of our conversation, and now he's talking to me about them. Why that would ever be okay is beyond me. Yeah, I have a thing about sharing personal conversations with a significant other or other people with randoms, okay, with other people. Like, you just don't do it. It's rude. You just don't do it. It's a bad idea. But also, this is what you get for, I guess, being with a furry. I have no words for you right now. If you would have just told me what's going on, I would have been fine with it. Really don't care, dude. Don't really care, dude. Nothing is even going on. This person has a massive victim mentality. It is mind-numbing to see this, okay? So PirateSoftware did respond to this in the thread, right? Okay, and I'm gonna read this for you guys. So PirateSoftware responds, after 5 years, you've come back around to try pushing this LARP again because I'm a big creator now. It didn't work in 2020 because everyone called you on your shit, and it's not gonna work now. You were a massive donator to our game in the very beginning and tried to use that to get close to both River Makes and myself. I assume River Makes is another dev, I don't know. It worked, and we were good friends for a bit there. When you were in the sphere of friendship, you tried to push that to something sexual, and I turned you down. After that, you went after Shay and made her so uncomfortable that she panics when thinking about that convention center to this day and doesn't want to go to conventions anymore. Then you charged back all of your donations and tried to cripple our studio. Your own boyfriend at the time warned us with how toxic and dangerous you were. Dude wasn't wrong. You spent the last 4 months working on this hit piece website has shown, the hit piece website as shown on your GitHub, and the last 5 years trying to form the perfect argument to take me down. You know what's funny is I don't even see a single argument in this entire thing. Before that, you edited our logs and made up some weird hypersexual cartoon of who I am. Hell, your own website has you talking in the third person and typing as if you're speaking from my perspective all over it. This shit is unhinged and pathetic. You're a fucking parasite piece of shit, and you need to leave us the fuck alone. See you in 2030 when you inevitably try this shit again. This is extremely unhinged, man. Okay. This entire thing is unhinged. I do not like PirateSoftware. I think he's got a big ego. I think he's like, you know, pretty stuck up, but also I don't think he did this shit. All right. Based off of the quote unquote, like evidence, right? The evidence provided, these DMs and stuff, right? Trying to frame PirateSoftware as an evil person. One thing I can't stand is bullshit, okay? And stupidity. Stupidity. I can't stand bullshit, especially not stupid bullshit, okay? Like this has the hallmarks of whiny leftist liberal all over it. This has the hallmarks of a whiny, cringy Reddit moderator furry all over it. Okay, it's like plain open. Just like, it's weird, man. This whole thing is super fucking weird. And to go after PirateSoftware now is like the most bizarre thing. It just seems really like you're clout chasing. Okay. Anyways, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this whole thing. This is your daily cringe slop sailing on the sea of stupidity video. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, drop a like and subscribe. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.